Good. What's up, everybody? This is JD Stevenson coming at you through the Athletic Club. Glad you're here today. So today's topic is all about fitness with kids, okay? So unfortunately, unlike last time, I had a kid to help me demonstrate an exercise or a workout that would kid. I don't have a kid volunteer today, but guess what? Every single kid most likely has a backpack, okay? So this has been the biggest topic of issue lately. It's like, I want to work out, but like I don't have any equipment. Every kid's got a backpack. Now, in my backpack, I've got like dumbbells and I've got towels and just like side things. That's the cool thing about the idea of like working out with the backpack is I can add weights if I want to, or I don't have to. You can make this as heavy as you need to, and this is something that you can kind of do. So we are gonna break out today into 3 different blocks. We're gonna have 2 different blocks where we're actually working out with a little bit of rest in between, and then we're gonna have the last time where we're just gonna stretch, cool down, and have a good time. So what we're looking at is like their first round, we are going to do deadlifts with the bag, single arm bent rows with the bag, burpees with a press with the bag, and we're gonna do some sit-ups with the bag. Now, we're only gonna do 3 rounds today in the video, but you can extend this to how much you want. And with this workout, there's a lot of leeway. You can choose to do more reps if you don't have as much weight in your bag, or you can choose to do less reps if you want to go heavier and if you want to put weights in the bag. And also, if you need to for different exercises, like I know that I can deadlift a whole lot more than I can single arm bent row. So you might be able to find a way to change these out for a little bit, okay? So here's our first little block, okay? We're gonna do 3 rounds. We're going to do 15 deadlifts. We're gonna do 6 single arm bent rows per side. We're gonna do 5 burpees with the press, and then we're gonna do 10 sit-ups with the bag, okay? So let's spend this first time. We're gonna go over the movement standards for the first, and we can choose to move fast or slow depending on what your goal is. If we're trying to get real hot, if we're trying to get some strength work in, we can take our time. But most importantly, we're thinking about this is something that I'm wanting to do with my kid. So we're trying to make it fun, and we're not trying to just die through this as well. So first one, deadlift. Now, where am I supposed to grab this bag, okay? This is all gonna be dependent on you. If you do not have a huge range of motion, you're gonna grab these straps right here. You can tell this isn't gonna be very much range of motion. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna take the very sides of this. Now, that means I get to get a little bit deeper inside of this bag each and every time. And again, if you wanna change these weights out, go ahead. I'm at 6, or again, we're going to 15 of them. 5 more. 1 more. So here we go. You can grab the sides, you can grab the handles, or some version in between. That's gonna be up to you. Now, for these single arm bent rows, we're gonna do 6 per side. Now, how am I supposed to do these, okay? I'm just gonna be grabbing the straps, or both like the back straps right here. So what I'm looking at is like, okay, I've got 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Okay, my arm's gonna be straight. I'm actually gonna swing my bag a little bit out in front of me, where my bag and my foot kind of come together. Now, I'm trying to hinge down just a little bit, and I'm thinking about pulling my elbow back as far as I can, and we got 6 reps per side. So, when we're trying to break up these blocks, I'm thinking about, okay, I need some lower body movement, I need some upper body movement, I need some core, I need some things that is gonna get my heart rate up. So that's what we're breaking this up as. We got some deadlifts, we got some pulling exercises for your upper body. We're gonna do some burpees to kind of get that heart rate up just a little bit, but we also got some sit-ups that we're gonna do as well. So that's 6. So burpees with the bag. Now, I am going to set mine down. When I put my hands down, I'm actually just gonna put them to the sides of the bag. I'm only gonna do a half burpee, which means I'm just jumping back. I'm not trying to touch my chest down because my bag's in the way. We're gonna come up. We're gonna grab the side of the bag, not the handles, and then we're just gonna put it over the head. So we're going 5 reps, putting it over your head. 1 more. Good. Last one, or exercise in this block of training. We're gonna do some sit-ups. Now, options for you to go on your sit-ups. What I'm gonna do this first round is I'm gonna keep my arms straight, and when I come up, I'm gonna let this bag come over my head. And with this, we're gonna do 10 sit-ups. Now, if this is too much, maybe shoulder range of motion isn't good, or if the bag's just too heavy compared to the weights that you put in it to make like your deadlifts or your bent rows appropriate, we can just put this up against your chest to get a little bit extra weight, but a little bit easier than putting it over your head. Or if we have to, we just take the bag and push it away, and we just do some normal sit-ups. We're gonna call that 7, 8, 9, and 10. So round 1, again, at home, you're gonna do this 3 to 5 times. Figure out if I wanna add weight, if I wanna change weight, or how I wanna go about this. So we're coming back to the deadlifts. You might challenge yourself by just grabbing a little bit lower on that bag, turning it flat so you can get the most range of motion. Now, if you just don't have anything else to put in there, we can always just go faster. But only go fast if we have good range of motion and we're working out safely. Let's go 3, 2, 1 more. Very good. Setting this, flipping it over, grabbing these handles. We're going 6 bent rows per side. Good. Switching up the sides, give you a different little bit angle just in case. Again, we're going flat back, hinging from the waist. Boom. Get as much range of motion as you can. Very good. Coming back to those burpees. Now, just doing 5, just trying to keep it going. Try to keep on moving. Don't go so fast that your kid's like, I don't want to exercise ever again. Try to make it fun. Make it a game. Kids love competition. Well, we'll say most, maybe not all. But try to find a way to make it fun. If you make things fun, kids are going to want to do them. Good. Last exercise. Coming up to your sit-ups. Boom. As you can tell, these rounds do not take a lot of time, and you can always add more or change your exercises up. Always remember options. If you want to make it harder, there's always a way to make it harder. Very good. So 2 rounds down. Let's go ahead and do 2 more rounds for the workout since we've got time to do it. So take a little bit of a break after that, and we'll go over second block. 2 more rounds of this, y'all. Coming back up, grabbing this just as low as you can. Don't spill your water like I did. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Here we go, y'all. 5 more. 2, 1. Very good, y'all. All right, bent rows. Grab these handles. If you can figure out a way to make this so that this won't touch the actual floor, the better. So if we can, try to find some weird way to grab it so that you're not getting slack once you hit the floor. So I did 3 on that side, 3 per the other. It's just trying to find different ways that you can keep on moving even when you're tired. We can break these reps up since it's single arm motions. Or if we're not tired, we can keep on going just like we are. But with all these movements, we want to keep moving, but speed isn't necessarily what we're looking for the entire time. It's mostly just, are we moving the entire time? And then once we get comfortable with the speed of working out and we feel comfortable in going faster, then we can. Just push yourself to your own limitations. Let's just have a fun workout. Good, hop back, hop up. Then drive those hips, push this over your head, going into those sit-ups, y'all. Here we go. Flipping up, weight against your chest. We'll go 5 this way. 3, 4. Now let's do 5 with straight arms. Pushing that head through at the top. It's critical. We don't want to hold this out of the way. And keep everything in line, straight up and down. One more, y'all. Very good. All right, let's hit one more set, and then we'll take a little bit of breather for both you and your kiddo. Here we go. Going into 15 deadlifts. Back nice and tight. 1, squeezing the glutes at the bottom, pushing those hips forward. 3, 4, 5. Keep going, y'all. It's doing real good. 5 more. Almost there. 1 more. Good. Going into some bent rows. Grabbing that handle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Change sides. Going into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One more round of burpees. Now, since we're only doing half burpees, you can choose. And it also depends on how active are you and your child. Normally, we'd say 5 burpees. If you're not used to working out, it's probably more appropriate. But maybe you're used to working out. So is your kid. We can always change that to 10 and to 15. Just as long as we know that all of these reps can be changed out. Intensity can be changed. Last one, y'all. Good. Last round of sit-ups. Let's go last round. Let's go straight-legged, straight-armed the entire time. Here we go. Arms straight. Boom. 10 reps of freedom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good, y'all. Give yourself a round of applause, okay? Get a towel, wipe yourself off, get some water if you need it. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna set a timer for about 2 minutes, okay? Give you about 2 minutes to rest. During that time, I'm gonna show you all the exercises for the next round and modifications if we do need them, okay? So next round, we're gonna do the same amount of exercises. We're going to jump over the bag 10 times. We're gonna do 10 squats with the bag. I'll show you different variations of your squats. We're gonna do some shoulder to overhead with the bag, and then we're gonna do some Russian twists with the bag. So with this one, you're gonna need probably different weights or reps from like, say, squats to like a Russian twist, where like we'd have like 10, maybe 15, 20 pounds on a Russian twist, where we could do much, much more weight as far as squats. It's just bigger muscles. So here we go. Starting off with jumps over the bag. Now, if we need to, if say we're in low impact, low range of motion, we don't really need to jump. We can just simply step over the bag, okay? If we're going like a little bit stronger, I can face the bag, I can turn around, I can jump. I can even try to jump in the air. I'm gonna try to turn and get a little bit more out of it. We can also just go lateral lunges, side to side. Whatever one we're gonna do, we're gonna keep it at 10. Now, squats. We can hey, that fits perfectly on the back, right? Well, it's gonna be hard taking this from 2 arms on your back to constantly changing exercises. So my options for you are to hold this up on the shoulders, okay? So you wanna try your best to stay square, meaning I'm not like overly arching and leaning on one side to when I squat. But if we're doing this version, we'll do 5 times on one side and then 5 times on the other side. You can also try to just hold this on your back, like so. That way we don't have the hassle of trying to put your straps on and off during your workout, okay? If this is just all too much, let's just change it up. And we'll just do normal squats from there, okay? Last 2, okay? Shoulder to overhead. So we're just gonna take this block or this bag. We can strict press this. If this bag is heavy for you from the other weights that you put into it, you can use those legs to help just a little bit, okay? If you need to. But we're gonna try to keep this strict. Now, if it's too easy, add some reps. Instead of doing 10, do 15 or 20. Whatever's gonna be challenging for you. Last one, we're gonna go 10 on each side of your Russian twist. So with this, we can either A, raise both feet off of the ground, and we're tapping each side when we go to it. If we cannot hold both feet off the ground without falling backwards, what we're gonna try to do is 10 with one leg raised, and then 10 with the other leg raised. All good? All right, we're gonna stick with probably 3, maybe 4 rounds if we're kind of going good on our time, but we can always add rounds, we can add reps, or we can take them away, like on here. So we'll go ahead, let's get it started. Starting with jumps over the bag, okay? Get some stuff out of the way if it's there, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm gonna start by facing and jumping over the bag. Going into a little bit more difficult is I'm gonna jump and twist at the same time, or last 2, we can laterally hop over the bag. Just whichever one that you wanna go to. After that, we're going squats. Now this first one, I'm gonna go directly over. So I am not resting this on my head or my neck. I've got it to where it's touching my back and my elbows are up real nice and high. We're squatting as low as you can with good range of motion. So for me, that's hips going below parallel. If you cannot do that safely, just go as low as you can. But when I see those heels down, toes lifted up, really nice and good, and we're going 10 good, healthy, nutritious squats. Go 2 more. Very good, y'all. Flipping this back to the front. Going shoulder to overhead. Turning sideways for you. Now when we push up, we don't want to just push up and out. You can tell I'm not stacked. I'm having to arch my back when I do this. So what I'm looking for is when you come forward, I want you to push that head through. So we're stacking this weight through shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. You get the idea? We've got a nice stacked body. Those shoulders start to give out. Remember, you can dip down and use those legs. If we are using that push press option, make sure the weight's on your heels and you're using those legs appropriately to get up. Good job, y'all. Now, going Russian twist. 10 on each side. Grab that bag, feet up. Again, if you need a modification, bring one foot down for 10 reps. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so you're calling that one round 1. So kind of get an idea. Was that hard for you? Was some of the exercises too easy? The exercises that were too easy, add 5, okay? So we're coming back to the front. We're doing jumps over the bag. Now, I want you to move the entire time, but we want to challenge yourself. So if you want to make one of the exercises harder to get a better workout, do so. Very good, coming up to squats. Now, this time, I'm gonna go 5 times on one shoulder, 5 times on the other. So 3, 4, 5, coming up to the other shoulder. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Coming into shoulder to overhead. Now, for me, this one was kind of easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another 5 reps. You don't have to. If this was hard for you, keep it appropriate at 10 reps. But if you're with me, let's go to 15. So, strict for as long as you can. Again, you only have to do 15 or 10 if this is hard. I'm gonna go ahead and add 5 more reps with the push press option. Staying on your heels, using those legs just for a tiny dip, not a squat, just a little bit of assistance from your legs. Going into a Russian twist, y'all. Now we're going 10 on each side. If you can keep both of your feet up the entire time, please do so. 4. 10 more. Very good, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's say 2 more rounds. Let's keep it at 4 rounds today. 1 more round, or 2 more rounds. We got this, okay? Here we go. Going into jumps over the bag. Now, if you don't like to laterally hop, that's okay. Jump over the bag. Take your time. This is gonna be that cardio piece that jacks your heart rate up. So, if you're dying after you're getting done with those Russian twists, take it a couple times. Maybe you need to take 2 or 3 steps before you start hopping again. That's okay. Do whatever you need to, whatever modification that you need. Coming up to squat, y'all. I'm gonna come back to that first original one where we're going to just hop this over the back. Because I had a brilliant idea of like, hey, let's just hold the straps. Here we go, y'all. 10 squats. Let's try to keep those toes pointing forward. 2, 3, 4, 5 more, y'all. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, y'all. Coming back to the front, shoulder to overhead. I'm going 15 reps. You can choose to just do 10 if it's too easy. 2, 3. Lock out those arms. Get as much range of motion as you safely can. 5 more, y'all. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Very good. Coming to the floor. You got those Russian twists. Feet off the ground or 1 foot at a time. 20 reps total, 10 on each side. Here we go. 1, 2, give you a different way to count for you other people. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good, y'all. All right, 1 more set, and we'll wrap it all up, and we'll get some good stretches going in, okay? 1 more time, heading back to those jumps. It's that last round, so let's try to go all out, okay? Bring that down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Back up. Flipping this up over your back. Don't hit your head. 10 squats. Five more, y'all. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. 10. Shoulder to overhead. Finishing strong, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Come on, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Last round. Russian twist. 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good, y'all. Give yourself a round of applause. Go ahead, wipe your face down, towel off, get some water. Give you a small second to kind of wrap yourself up. If you made a mess like me, clean that up, be a good person. All right, y'all, so while you're getting your water, getting your towel, kind of cleaning up, we're gonna stretch the last few minutes, making sure that we're good and recovered. So, starting off, we're gonna go legs out in front. When I fold forward, I'm not necessarily trying to just fold down as far as I can. I'm trying to get long as far as I can over my legs, not just rounding and folding up. So try to lift up real nice and tall. And instead of just trying to pull yourself down, I want you to think about trying to reach out towards your toes. Maybe you can reach past them if you're flexible. But once you get as far as you can, then gently pull down. If you're like me, your heart rate's up really nice and big right now. So we're trying to take really deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, or out through your nose if you can tolerate it. Very good job. So this next one, we're gonna flip over. On all of these stretches, if we're just like right after our workout, about 30 seconds to a minute on each stretch is gonna be fine. That's okay. If we're trying to actually increase range of motion though, we need to hold these for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. So this next one, what I'm really looking for is knee over the ankle right here. You get a good side view of this. I wanna see this knee tracing over the ankle. Maybe I can go this way. And not necessarily this knee shooting past the toe or the opposite of it. It's just too far back. I want it right over, okay? Now, back leg is still reaching back as far as you can. Now, once we're in this position, knee over the ankle, back leg back, we're gonna take this inside elbow, or we're gonna try to bend it as much as we can. Now, you might say, JD, my elbow doesn't go that low. Backpack time. Here we go. So you're gonna use this backpack to rest and kind of get a little bit more like of that tension from like maybe I can't relax because my elbows can't come in contact with the floor. Take your bag or something big and soft that you don't mind hanging out with for a while. Again, I'm gonna do about 20 to 30 seconds on this side, and then we'll switch over and do the other one. Good. Let's go ahead. Let's switch up those sides. Again, tracing knee just right over the ankle, back leg scooting back as far as we can. We're going inside elbow down first. And if you can rest this on your bag, let the other elbow come down. If this seems really easy, take the bag away and we'll try to rest that inside elbow down on the floor. Okay, good job. All right, y'all, let's get one more. We'll get what we call a child's pose stretch and give you some options, some modifications for this in case. So traditional child's pose, we go feet together, knees apart. You're gonna push those hips all the way back to your feet, and then we're just gonna slide the hands forward. Now this is just gonna be a good, relaxing, tension-free stretch. If you want a little bit more out of this though, the only thing that we're gonna change is we're gonna come out and we're going to spread your feet. Now, this is gonna be a lot more of an intense stretch coming in through hips and groin kind of area, but just a little bit of option if you want a little bit more of a hip stretch. We're gonna push those hips all the way back, hands go forward, or we can just rest our head on top of your arms. Very good, y'all. Come up first, slide forward first, come out of there, come into an easy sitting pose. Y'all, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is your kids-friendly workout to do with a backpack. Thank y'all all so much for coming in and tuning in to us. Stay tuned, find some videos that you want to watch. We're going to post them all the time. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.